Rock Springs? Pit Boy?
No, it's fine.
Dark Souls statue?
Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
Alien?
No, we're good.
Hulk?
Hey, we're good.
Yammer Wars?
Oh my god.
Battle Royale?
No.
Dicklick?
Oh my god.
Planet Express?
So we're going to talk about why it's important that Red Dead Redemption 2 is coming out, and some stuff that we've kind of experienced with like the original game, because I found out today that Chris has never played it.
Oh,
yeah,
that doesn't surprise me.
Dead to me. So anyway, my name is Devin.
I'm Cameron.
All right, let's get right to it. So you played Red Dead Redemption and Undead Nightmare, or just Red Dead Redemption?
I play Red Dead Revolver and Red Dead Redemption.
See, I never played Revolver.
It was good.
How similar to Red Dead Redemption was it? Was it
it's
open
not
world?
super similar, and I wouldn't call it open world, more like open level.
Really?
Yeah, it's so long ago. That was what, PS2? Was that early PS2? I don't even remember now.
Probably, maybe even, yeah, probably not PlayStation 1. Because Gun came out on PlayStation 2, and I love that game.
I mean, it was a Western game made by Rockstar. It's not quite as good as Red Dead Redemption. But.
Right, obviously. But I think that's why I took to Red Dead Redemption so well, because I love Gun, had great voice acting, because like Chris Christopherson was in it. It was a very cool style game. But then when Red Dead Redemption came out, I was like, holy crap, this is perfect. Like the backdrops are awesome, the music is awesome, the style is awesome.
Yeah, and like when you open up the area, I was in New York, that starts to kind of go a little more industrial revolution. So you go from the Old West and you start hitting that city.
In Red Dead?
Yeah.
I thought Red Dead was all in California.
Well, I don't remember what it was, but it was like you're hitting like they start progressing, like you're actually hitting like paved streets and stagecoaches and stuff.
Right.
That's awesome. I think it might have been New York.
You might be right.
I don't remember
because I think long. Assassin's Creed 3 was like Boston, New York, Washington, whatever.
Because it was Texas, wasn't it?
That would make more like Texas would make more sense than New York.
I don't remember, man. It's been so long.
Well, we probably should have looked into this before we started.
Right? We're just like everyone else.
I know. Everyone else on the internet is just whatever.
What the heck? Okay, so because you break the Mexican border.
Yeah, so it's got to be somewhere in either California or Texas.
How'd you get over the wall?
They hadn't built the wall yet.
Oh!
That little known fact, they hadn't built the wall.
Do you think they paid for it?
They probably did pay for it. Yeah. That's part of the DLC map pack. There's the Build the Wall DLC. So you're just going over to recruit people to help pay for and build the wall. Really hard, really difficult. Oh. Only a few people got that trophy or achievement.
I wonder what that... Did you find that city yet?
The area is based loosely in the Rio Grande Basin in Texas and Mexico. So you're right. And like Arizona, Mojave Desert.
What was the city that you were going into, though? It was like an industrialized city.
Yeah, I'm sure that was somewhere around like Texas.
Okay,
Mexico.
but I feel like I had a name.
Anyway,
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
If you know, let us know, because I can't remember.
Okay, anyway. So I liked Red Dead Redemption so much because my granddad...
Was he a cowboy?
Die-hard Westerns. So much so that he started a gun company called SAS. It was a single action shooter society. So they would dress up like cowboys. They would have single action revolvers and weapons and stuff like that. So they would go to New Mexico and have these big gun meets. So they would, days at a time, all these people would just dress up in old school style Western attire. That was my childhood. So, quick fun fact about me, I never knew my dad growing up. So my mom, my brother, my sister, and I, we lived with my grandparents. So we were very much influenced by what they were into. So they would take us on like these So I grew up around guns, weapons are great, whatever. But then you go to these big gun meets in like New Mexico, and it's all these people, and they all have these, Wild West and Billy the Kid and all this other stuff. All these cool like little nicknames. But then it's, people with 6-shooters, and they're shooting all these gun targets and stuff like that. So when Red Dead Redemption came out, that was this cool blend of, this thing that my granddad was so into, and then my nerd version of it. And I that game will always hold like a really special place in my heart just because of that connection that I have to my grandfather. So when they announced the sequel, this is the sequel that I've been waiting for more than any other stupid sequel, because today I was like talking to a customer like, do you want Mafia 3 or Titanfall 2 or Uncharted 4 or like Gears of War 4? Like, this is the land of the sequels. But the one sequel that I wanted more than anything else was the one that we've been waiting on, which was Red Dead Redemption 2. So I over the moon. Could not be more excited about the fact that this game is coming out for sure.
And it's gonna be so great. I have no doubt in my mind. What are you doing, kitty cat?
Straight up, your cat is trying to climb up the wall.
Kitty cat, get down. You dingus.
So when you picked it up, was it what you expected? Was it more than you expected? Did you play through the entirety of Red Dead Redemption?
Oh, absolutely.
Did you? Okay, cool.
I remember playing Liar's Dice so many times that I would get with my little brother and we would play Liar's Dice outside. I was obsessed with that game. Everything just blew my mind. Like, you broke the border to Mexico and it just kept opening up and there's more and more and more. And
so, fun fact. So, I always carry a pocket knife with me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just who I am. So, do you remember the game Five Finger Fillet?
Yes!
So, I was playing with Briar and I was explaining it to him how it works. So, I'm doing it, and then all of a sudden Briar moves his pinky and I got him and I didn't miss. Briar moved his stupid pinky, and I maintained that was not my fault. If you would have kept your hand straight, I would have been fine. But no, he wanted to move his stupid pinky, so I cut him, and he bled a little bit, as you will. But all these little things that happen in the Old West, like drinking games and stuff like that, Liar's Dice and Five Finger, like all those little things are what help breathe life into that game, which is why I liked it so much.
It felt like a real world. And just robbing stuff. And...
you put on your bandana, you can do whatever you want to. It's sweet.
Yep. So cool.
I want to delve into speculation a little bit.
Okay, let's do this.
Because all we have is a trailer, and I'll try to dub a little bit over top of while we're talking about it. So there's a backdrop, there's animals. So obviously there's going to be hunting and skinning. Like there's no way there's not going to be. But we had a cast of like 7 different characters,
which kind of reminds me of
Magnificent Seven.
Yeah. Well, no. That wasn't the name of Marston's group, was it?
Oh no, I don't remember what the name of their group was, but I know he had like a band of thieves or whatever. Do you think this? First, we'll go into the easy part. Do you think it's going to be a prequel, or do you think it's going to be a standalone game?
Well, it's obviously it has to do with something with redemption. Otherwise, they wouldn't have called it Redemption 2. So it's going to be It's going to be characters from Red Dead Redemption in some way, whether it be John
Marston,
Jack
Marston was his son.
All right. So it's going to be. My guess is in the future with a little more industrialization or something.
Okay.
Maybe they're getting pushed more to the west or something. But I don't think they're going to go prequel because we already know that story. We already know John's story with the band of thieves that he was with. I can't remember what the heck that group was.
Well, that was the thing I was trying to figure out if they were going to tell John's story because when I finished that game, like it was one of the better endings in a game.
That was fantastic.
Like it's fantastic.
Yeah, that whole game blew my mind. I'm just like running through it again.
But then like the epilogue of that game is when you're playing as Jack, which I could have given less of a crap about Jack. He's whatever. He was just there. Like the equivalent.
Maybe they'll build him.
The equivalent of like Carl from The Walking Dead. He's just there. Thank you, Julie. So, I would be more interested to go into what the Outlaw days were like when they were hardcore and going into it whenever, leading up to when, John was marooned and Left for Dead and all that. Like, that would be kind of a cool ending story, how that worked out. But I could just as well see them taking this in an entirely different direction with some of those characters, but then moving on. But my question would be, if they're going to do that, do you think they're going to do it like Grand Theft Auto 5, where you play as 3 different storylines, or are you going to play as like 7 instead? So you go through, you play this guy's story, transfers to this one or this one. So you're constantly getting into these different 7 characters as you're going.
That would be really cool.
It would be cool, but I worry that it would be way too much content.
That would be a lot, but if they find a way to do it, maybe. Or maybe even if they go the DLC route.
Right.
Which they throw like the first few characters at you, and then down the road they give you some more story content following this other guy in the group.
Or do you think it's like, I got 3 theories. So the first theory is you play 7 different stories as you're playing the game. Second theory would be that it's an online compatibility thing where you play as all these characters.
That seems like the
but
likely.
It's drop in, drop out. So you could, I'm doing my thing and I've got these 6 other people available to join me. And if you wanted to play with me, you could drop in, then we can roll it together.
Knock out some, rob a train.
Yeah, and train robbery would be awesome.
Oh,
High speed, on horses, jump on the whole thing. That would be incredible. Or do you think... crap, what was the third one going to be? The third one was pretty good too. Sorry, I was doing really good and then I lost my train of thought because you were talking about robbing trains.
We've got 7 different characters. Drop in, drop out. And Those are just the 7 main characters, and you play as one.
Yeah, and then everybody else, like you. So you say you're going to do this one thing and it has to do with stealth. You play as like the Indian guy, so you're tracking and you're learning all that skills. And then say you want to do something that's more long-range weaponry, so then you play as this really affluent sniper guy, and then you play through.
You actually pick what you want, like who you want to use for the mission.
Each mission is different.
Yeah, you have so you're not actually switching.
Yeah, you have 7 personalities, 7 different ways to complete each mission.
Yeah.
Which might be cool too. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. Like, we're doing a lot of speculation off of a very short trailer. Mm-hmm. I'm going to buy it.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm looking forward to next year where they delay it to the following year. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to 2018 when we finally get a release date of 2019.
Fall 2018 release, shortly delayed for specific reasons because they didn't really capture the vision. Because every time they were almost done, they were like, "Oh, dude, you know what would be sweet?
Train robin.
Why didn't we think about that before?" So 2019 release, but it's coming. So
or do it like they did with GTA 5. Throw out the story, and then online components. They a little ways down the road, they finally finished that, so they give you that kind of.
Yeah, me and a guy from work were talking about that. Mm-hmm. So, and I would be totally cool with that. Give me the game, the game, and let me play it. Let me explore it. Let me figure out the world, and then drop in your online components.
Red Dead Redemption's online stuff was actually really fun.
It was okay.
I had a blast with it. Getting on with my brother and just like leveling up, just doing stupid crap.
Oh, so Undead Nightmare came out like October, like mid to end October. Because I remember specifically like this is the perfect DLC for Halloween because that was the first time we had like gotten something like that.
Oh yeah.
And I remember as much as I was excited that it was out, like it was buggy, it didn't work all that well. I had a whole crap load of issues just playing it. But it was cool. Like the zombie concept of it was pretty cool.
And riding the Horses of the Apocalypse.
Yeah, get war, go full speed.
Oh yeah.
Fight Sasquatch.
Yep.
One of the more sad stories I've ever
taken
part of. But I don't know. I would much rather them just give me the straight up story on time than try to delay it because of all this online money making crap. Because you know they're gonna have microtransactions. There's no two ways about it. They're gonna try to get you to upgrade your character, or if they they let you have your keep because base building is big right now. So
yeah.
Whereas Black Flag you had as a Black Frag.
Boom.
Black Flag you had your little island and you built that up.
Mm-hmm.
So they would probably do something similar with like your bandit and camp. So you had like weapons and a stable and
Red Dead Minecraft.
Right. Because it's so popular. So I don't know. I would just give me the game first and then worry about all that other extra crap later on. Don't hit me up for money after I buy your game. Because it'll be $60 and $80 and $130 depending on what version you want.
Just tell me your freaking story.
Yeah.
That's all I want to know. I want to know what happens to Jack Marston's son.
So percentage wise,
no, the main character is gonna be a chick.
Yeah, somebody already speculated that there was a chick in the gang.
I bet because it's like everyone's like need more ladies, and Rockstar would be the one to be like throw out this badass chick.
Well, yeah. I'm trying to think. What was the name of the
God, that'd be so cool.
The famous woman shooter of the Old West.
Oh, Jolie, famous woman shooter of the Old West.
Dutch Annie.
That's not who I was talking about.
Well, Dutch Annie is one of the more famous women of the Old West times. Because that would be cool to do like time period stuff. So you meet, Wyatt Earp and all that. You go to the OK Corral and help them knock all that stuff out. Like, Billy the Kid shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So all these crazy mythical, creatures, people and stories and stuff like that. Well, I mean, they're tall tales. Who cares?
They were pretty bad people, too.
But it would be cool to see all that and interact with them and have that part of the story. Whereas Assassin's Creed let you meet, Ben Franklin and Leonardo da Vinci and all these other characters. It would be just as cool to do that same thing in like a Old West setting.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
So I'm excited. So, thank you, Jules. So, percentage-wise, how much do you think you're going to pick it up when it comes out? Do you think you're going to wait to hear reviews?
There's no doubt it's going to be mine. I don't care if it's bad. I'm going to play through it just because that story is exactly what I'm looking for.
Same, 100%. Yep. There's no two ways about it. I almost pre-ordered it the other day, but you wouldn't let me because it's so far.
I said, there's no way I'm letting you put $5 on a game that's 2 years out.
2 to 3 to 5 years out. We'll see how it goes. When they release Red Dead Redemption on PlayStation Now, which they have confirmed, which I've been waiting for a long time, are you going to pick it up and play it again or no?
I don't have a subscription for now.
Well, sometimes you can buy stuff individually, other times you have to have the subscription. That was the question that I don't have confirmed yet, whether or not that's how you have to get
I'll look into it.
I'd consider it.
Yeah.
I have so much on my gaming platter right now, I don't know if I have time.
It would take a very boring day for me to go back and play it, just because I know the story. I mean, I forget most of it, but all the big points I remember.
Right, and I like the little key things. Like you meet that lady, and she's got her own ranch. So it's that first woman of the frontier who lost her husband. So you're trying to hook her up and find medicine and all this other crap.
Yep.
Like I loved all those things, but I talk about Red Dead the way people talk about Skyrim, where they're 80 hours in, 100 hours in, whatever. And I just can't really go into that again, knowing that there's a better sequel coming out. So I don't know. So we'll see. I'm excited about it.
I still got Dragon Quest Builders, so that's going to keep me occupied.
Right. Mafia 3 will take me until next week where I get Titanfall 2. And then that'll occupy all of my free time.
I just realized that Dragon Ball's next week.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
Xenoverse.
Xenoverse
2. So good. So we'll talk about that maybe
Yeah.
next week. Cool. Well, that's it for now. Thank you for watching our second double episode of Watch Chat Play.
Second double. That's 4 episodes, bro.
4 episodes. So we got to do 2 more. My name is Devin.
I'm Cameron.
We'll see you next week.